This young lady right here has more courage and integrity in her clipped pinky fingernail than all the cops you'll see in this video combined. I see you out there. You think I'm exaggerating. You just wait. This is a little story about Aiden and Giselle, two American kids just trying to make their way through thin blue line hell. All right, we're going to take this from the top. We're going to make some comments along the way, but you got to see the tyranny. You got to see the retaliation. You got to see the sheer stupidity of the Martin County Sheriff's Office.
I'm not giving you permission to record me, okay? I'm telling you that right now. So if you record, your phone's going to be taken away and placed into evidence.
No, I'm good.
Don't open the door on me. Thank you.
She also said not allowed to record anybody in public. So could you correct her on that? You guys are all public servants. So she said she'll take my phone if I record her. Okay. You can't do that. That's illegal, correct?
Are you studying law?
No, I just have somewhat common sense, I guess. I do social media, so I'd like to get all your guys' names and then...
We're not doing social media right now. This is not for entertainment.
You don't need their ID.
Let's not argue about this, all right?
There is no argument. That is the law.
You think you know the law? Driver told the passenger you want the ID. Driver thinks he knows case law and knows the law better than I do.
If you don't ID yourself,
You're going to go to jail.
The state of Florida says every person in the car has to identify themselves.
Wait, what?
your law degree.
Law degree?
Yeah, since you know the law better than us, where'd you get your law degree at?
You're going to jail for resisting, I guess.
Hey, Deputy Thomas Martin County Sheriff's Office. The reason why I stopped you, one, the window tint, two, the exhaust, and the rev from the exhaust.
Revving?
Yes.
And you'll downshifting.
Okay, alright. Well, I didn't know that until I got to the window.
Alright.
You mind rolling up the window halfway so I can touch it? Right there's fine. 3%. The legal limit in the state of Florida is 28. 15 in the back. Do you have your license, registration, and insurance on you, sir? Can you lower the window as well?
Now remember that cops can have window tint, but you can't. And they're not out there busting criminals, thieves, rapists, murderers. They're out there checking the tint on your windows to protect and serve. Here comes the retaliation when they refuse to give the passenger's ID to the cop.
Do you have your ID on you, ma'am?
Their ID?
Yes.
You don't need their ID.
Yeah,
here. Here you go, buddy.
Let's not argue about this, all right?
There is no argument. That is the law.
You think you know the law? Ma'am, do you have your ID? Okay, that's fine. Lower all your windows for me halfway.
There's the retaliation. Oh, you're going to give me a hard time? Well, I'm just going to break out my window tint meter and we're going to check all your windows and give you separate tickets for each window. Pieces of crud.
Does he want to play the game, sir?
We want to play the games.
3%. 3%. Sir, I have a quick question. I'm looking for a case law real quick. On the passengers having to ID themselves. I know that has changed recently. The driver is not cooperative. He told his passenger not to give me ID. He doesn't need to. Time for. They're coming eventually. Tatiana's coming. I think I recognize the passenger from the jail. I just don't remember her name. Alright, sir, quick question. Case law for passengers refusing ID. I remember that it's recently changed and this passenger here is refusing ID.
Let me just say this. If you were a good person, you know, we hear about all these good cops. If you were a good person, you would not be looking for a reason to get somebody. You're actually committing a crime when you're looking for a reason to get somebody. You know she hasn't committed a crime. You know you don't suspect that she's committed a crime. You just want the ID because you want your word to be heeded. You want people to respect your authority. You want them to do what they're told. And they're not going to. And your feelings got hurt. And now you're scraping. Now you're looking to the bottom of the barrel. You're taking out the sofa cushions, looking for that loose change. This right here is the problem One of the problems with American policing, when they don't get their authority respected like they think they should, then they retaliate. And then they look for other reasons to get you on something. That's not protecting and serving.
And the driver told the passenger not to ID. Johnson versus NOCCO. Perfect. Thank you. Passengers refusing to ID themselves. Driver told the passenger, you don't have to ID. Driver thinks he knows case law and knows the law better than I do.
He has to ID himself.
The driver did, but the passenger...
Passenger has to.
Correct, I know. Passenger is a female, backseat passenger is a female. Driver is...
You want me to go talk to him?
See, because my next step is to ask her to get out the car, and she's probably going to refuse to get out the car and want to go that route.
Hey guys, how are you?
Oh, we're going to go that route, are we? This is going to go one of two ways for you. Here's the deal. You're about to lose your rights under the color of law.
Hey, do you have ID on you? So, anybody inside the vehicle has to ID themselves. When we request for your identification, you have to ID. If she refuses, it's a criminal offense. She can go to jail for that. So, do you have your ID or driver's license on you? Can she speak for herself? She's got a mouth, right? Huh? No, I need her driver's license or ID. Because we are requesting for your driver's license. Okay. Anybody inside the vehicle has to ID themselves. Huh? If you refuse, okay, listen, if you refuse to provide your ID, you're going to get detained. And 99% of the time, you're going to go to jail. Okay.
That's called threats of brutality and force. If you don't do what I say, I'm going to cuff you, I'm going to kidnap you, and I'm going to throw you in a cage. Now do what I say.
Get her out. Unlock the door.
Walk back and sit on the... What's your first name? You really want to make it that difficult? You really want to take the ride?
You're making this harder than it needs to be, really.
Yeah, this is really going to suck. I just have the tickets.
Huh? I'm not writing you tickets. I'm not the initial officer. So I just came over here because she was refusing to give her ID. So I was just trying to be the peacemaker here, but she's trying to make this harder than it needs to be.
This is not a stop and identify state, so unless there is a crime committed, passengers know that.
Everybody inside the vehicle has to identify
I wish my
themselves.
lawyer was awake right now.
That's perfectly fine. You can go on Google. Ma'am, do you have your driver's license on you? Or ID card? I can't hear you. Can you roll down this window?
Hey, she wearing a seatbelt?
Once I got to the windows were tinted, so I couldn't tell if she had it on or off.
When she got off, it didn't look like she took off her seatbelt.
So using these officers' logic, they could stop anybody out on the street, or they could pull a bus over and ID anybody in there because they said so. Just show us your papers. It doesn't matter what you think you were doing. I don't have to suspect you of a crime. I'm going to go ahead and make you insecure in your person right now. Give me your ID.
Oh, well.
Webinar. Did she take off her seatbelt? Did she take off her seatbelt?
She had her seatbelt off when I approached. But like I'm saying, you're making this harder than it needs to be.
This girl right here did not have to produce her ID. She didn't do anything wrong. She's not being suspected of committing a crime. Now, there's a case called Heibel versus the 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada. It upheld that states can require someone to identify themselves if they're reasonably suspected of a crime. Otherwise, you don't have to comply. It says in practice, many people comply to avoid conflict, but legally, if no crime or violation is suspected, a passenger isn't obligated to show ID in most, probably all, jurisdictions.
See how easy that was?
I mean, I literally do not care. I just want the tickets.
Is that your girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay. So you made it harder for herself.
That's her to talk about. Are you a supervisor?
I am not, no.
All right. Can I get a supervisor?
Yeah, we'll get you a supervisor.
There we go.
A supervisor's on his way.
All right. Can I get out?
No, stay in the car. Is there a reason why you want to get
Yeah, of course you can get out. Of course you can. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Don't ask for permission. Just get out. You haven't done anything wrong if you get out.
I do social media, so I'd like to get all your guys' names and
We're
then...
not doing social media right now. This is not for entertainment.
It is. This is giving me a lot of money. They'll pay for all
Well,
the
we're
tickets.
not doing social media. Listen, I'm not giving you permission to record me. Okay? I'm telling you that right now. So if you record, your phone's going to be taken away and placed into evidence. Plain and simple.
When the supervisor gets here, I would love for you to say that back.
That's perfectly fine. He'll say the same thing to you.
You're in public view. You know that.
I mean, if there was ever a tyrannical look, this is it. Don't record me. I don't give you permission. Give me your ID. No, you didn't do anything wrong, but I'm demanding your ID. And if you don't give me your ID, you're going to jail. If you record me, I'm taking your phone into evidence. I'm going to steal your property. That is police abuse of power.
Right?
Correct.
There you go.
But
You're being
I don't
recorded
give you
over there.
permission to
See those-
record me.
Did you
Okay,
get that?
on your private phone.
Those go to a private server in Walmart.
Okay, can you get access to that?
Yes, pretty easy.
Okay, when you do that, let me know.
But if you were to pass by my house right now and my Ring camera records you, or anything else,
Are you studying law?
no, I just have somewhat common sense, I guess. What's the supervisor's name?
Are you studying law? No, it's called common sense. You guys are being just absolute evil, power abusing psychopaths.
Sorry?
What's the supervisor's
Sergeant
name?
Mogler.
This is for tent?
Sorry?
This is just for
I have
tent?
I have no idea what he pulled you over for.
He said I was revving, and then I said it's manual. He said, well, how am I supposed to know that?
Yeah, I have no idea. I was just here for backup. Like I said, he advised me that he asked passenger for a driver's license. She refused. So I said, okay, let me go see if I can talk to her.
To legally have them give you your ID, you would have to either be detained or
Read
arrested.
up on that. Okay? Or ask your lawyer. Maybe your lawyer will provide you better information. But anybody inside the vehicle has to identify themselves.
How long till the supervisor's here?
I have no idea where he's coming from. Are you just visiting or do you live here? You live here? So she's just visiting. Does she live here? You live in Stewart or where at?
Aiden, stop answering questions.
Right off the end. Right there. I literally just wanted fries. Fuck. I would just rather get the tickets. I don't even really care for tickets. It doesn't matter.
I have no idea what he's gonna do. Like I said, it's simple for people to just ID themselves. And then they don't want to and they make the bigger situation than it needs to be. You see what I'm saying? Okay. We're not
All you got to do is give up your rights. When I tell you to give up your rights, you give them up. See, it's simple as that. Easy, cheesy peasy. I don't know why you got to resist our tyranny like this.
gonna agree on this.
I don't get why I have to ID myself. I'm not the one being detained.
Because everyone inside the vehicle is detained.
Okay, but I haven't done anything, so I'm not being detained. The one that you're detaining is him. I'm not doing
all the
anything.
occupants of the vehicle, okay?
Well, I've never heard of anything
Do you
saying
want
that
the
you have
case
to.
law?
I haven't heard
Do
anything.
you want the case law? That's what I'm asking. Do you want the case law for it? You're saying that you haven't heard. I'm trying to educate you. Do you want the case law? Yes or no? Because I don't want to take you to jail if I don't have to take you to jail.
And if you don't ID yourself,
You're going to go to jail.
then you get placed in a
But
gang
why do I have to ID myself?
You can exercise discretion. Let's say you ask somebody for an ID as a cop and they don't give it to you. You can choose to take them to jail or not. And you know damn well that if they don't give you their ID, they haven't committed a crime and they haven't done anything worthy of taking somebody to jail. They're not a threat to society. They're not damaging property. They're not stealing property.
You're
inside of a vehicle that was stopped for a lawful reason.
Okay, well, why do I have to ID myself? I'm not doing anything. I'm just riding in a car. That does not mean that I have to ID myself just for simply riding in the car.
Where'd you get your law degree at?
What?
Where'd you get your law degree at?
My what?
Your law degree.
Law degree?
Yeah, since you know the law better than us, where'd you get your law degree at? Hey, she goes, she ain't go.
That's fine. She can take the ride. So this is my passenger. She refuses to ID herself. She initially wasn't giving me an ID. At one point in time, the guard was like, don't give him nothing. And she refused to give anything. Everybody else is giving me ID but her. She feels like she doesn't have to give ID. I try to explain her case law. She doesn't want to hear nothing. You know, he requested a supervisor to come here. So I'm like, okay, I'll get your supervisor. It's not going to change anything.
I'm going to say no, just look at her.
The supervisor should have said, wait a minute. She was the passenger? Did she commit a violation? Did she commit a crime? Do you suspect that she's committed a crime? No, no, and no. Then what the hell are we standing here doing? But because there's no good cop that's going to arrive on the scene, there's not going to be that moment of realization that, hey, we're doing something wrong here.
You're old enough to go to jail? Okay. Do you want to, is that the game you want to play?
I don't get why I have to ID myself.
Because case law says that you have to. Once we stop a car.
Let's say case law did say that you had to. Then you as a protector and servant of the community wouldn't enforce that. But there is no case law that supports them. And if there was, then you don't do what you're told regardless of if it's right or not. If case law said, hey, every third black man you have to throw in the back of your police car, would you actually do it because case law said it? These people have no ability to think. They are not critical thinkers. They are order followers. The most dangerous people on planet Earth today are people who just do what they're told, regardless of what is right.
Everybody contained within that car has to produce identification.
I didn't do it.
It doesn't matter. You're part of the car.
Infraction on a freaking thing. I don't have anything to do with the tickets on the car. I don't get why I have to ID myself. I didn't do it.
You're in the car.
I didn't do anything with the ticket.
Okay, so.
I'm just writing.
Okay, so I'm going to explain to you your options. These are your options. The state of Florida says every person in the car has to identify themselves. I don't make the laws. You vote for laws, I vote for laws, laws get passed. Your options are you can produce your ID to him or to us.
Even if 99% of the people voted for a law where, hey, anytime a cop stops you and IDs you, you got to produce ID or you go to jail. Even if 99% of the people approve that, that doesn't make it right. And you as a law enforcer enforcing evil laws makes you evil. You're an evil enforcer.
Us, so we know who you are, or you can go to jail if you're over 18. Or you can still go to jail if you're under 18 and your parents can come pick you up at the jail. Those are your two options. I don't care which one you choose. That's totally up to you. But one of those two options is at your disposal. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't make the laws. We just enforce them.
There you go. I don't make the laws. I just enforce them. Hey, I'm just doing my job. Your job is evil. You're enforcing evil laws. Are you good with that? What kind of human being thinks that they can get away with doing evil because somebody wrote evil down on a piece of paper? Here, do this evil right here, and you do it. History is not kind to those who just follow orders. That's not a person of integrity. That's a person who's a coward. That's a person who just does what he's told, and he doesn't give a damn about doing right. To get a paycheck, he's going to do what is wrong. That's how evil these people are.
Do you have warrants or something that you're afraid to go into jail?
I just don't have anything. I don't know. There is no reason for me to provide my ID. I didn't.
There is when you're inside a car that we stop. If you'd like, I can explain it to them, but that really has nothing to do with them because we're dealing with you. time so you can educate yourself on what it is. But this is where we're at right now. And it's a stupid problem to go to jail for.
I didn't have shit to do with the case.
So
I'm
then,
just riding in the car.
so then what is the big deal about showing him your
That I
identification?
don't have anything to show my identity.
The big deal is American rights. And if I give up my rights, I lose my rights. That's the big deal. And no, it's not a game, officer. And she's standing firm, and she will stand firm all the way to the end. She is willing to take the ride to stand for what is right. That's how courageous she is. That's how much integrity she has.
Okay.
It's 10 on a car.
So you're choosing to go to jail over not showing your identification. And then when we get to the jail, we know who you are, and the whole thing makes no difference because we're going to know who you are from your fingerprints. So either way, we find out who you are. Why make life so difficult?
Why make life so difficult from the gang of thugs who are currently making life difficult for innocent people? This is truly infuriating.
Is that your boyfriend driving, brother, family member? Can they talk some sense into you so you don't end up going to jail?
Who is she to you, boss?
What?
Who is she to you?
Girlfriend.
Your girlfriend?
Do you want to talk some sense into her so she doesn't go to jail tonight?
Oh, he can get out of the car now.
Your boyfriend? Yeah. Okay, here's the options. She either gives us ID or she goes to jail.
Why would she go to jail?
Because
what crime did she commit?
the state of Florida says anybody that is contained within a vehicle during a traffic stop has to produce identification. She is contained within your vehicle during your traffic stop.
Yeah, can you show me that?
I don't have to show you that.
Guys, they are literally making crap up to threaten and instill fear into these people. They're actually coercing them into moving away from their rights and giving in to tyranny.
You're welcome to research it on your own. It's Florida case law.
All right.
2023.
All right.
Just look it up.
Here, I'm looking at it. You'd be the tinker now.
You just give me your ID.
No, we're past it now.
Huh?
We're past it. I did bring it.
This is literally stupid.
And then she also said not allowed to record
I agree. It's literally stupid and literally tyranny.
anybody in public. So could you correct her on that? You guys are all public servants, so allowed to be recorded. Could you also correct her on that, please? We're in public as well.
What are you talking about?
She said I'm not allowed to record her. She said she'll take my phone if I record her.
Okay.
You can't do that. That's illegal, correct? I have the right to record anything in public property. Do I do that? I do, right? I can record you as well, right?
I'm recording you.
No, I know. And I can also record her, right?
Okay. Okay. Take her to jail for resisting, I guess. Are you done with him?
Oh no, it's 6 right there.
Deal with that, I guess.
My car's open. Just throw her in there once you're done.
Please help me understand this. All because she doesn't want to produce her identification.
For what?
She doesn't want to show identification.
Still waiting for that good cop to show up. Not one has arrived yet. You want to see bravery? You want to see staring into the face of evil and not complying? There you go, right there. Like I said at the beginning of this, she has more courage and integrity in her clipped pinky nail than all of these cops who arrived on this scene combined.
Is there anything inside your car that you need?
What's happening from here? She's going to jail. No, that's fine. Anything, like with me.
I don't know. I'm I'm not the one that pulled you over. I don't know if there's citations. I don't know if there's anything else that's coming.
It was for tint. I don't understand how she's getting arrested for tint.
Okay, so to explain it, all right? So you got stopped. She's inside your vehicle, right?
I see that.
Okay, so Florida states that anyone contained inside of a vehicle that is detained for a lawful purpose of a traffic stop has to identify themselves, okay?
Do you know what like statute that is? So I can look it up specifically. Because
It's called...
There's literally no law in the state of Florida that states that. No law. And there are Supreme Court cases like Heibel versus 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada that actually say the opposite.
It's called case law.
Yeah, everything I'm seeing. Unless they have reasonable suspicion.
Here's your license.
Perfect.
Here's her license.
Perfect.
Registration. You gave me 2 registrations.
Oh yeah, one's probably for my new place.
Okay.
One's probably for the
So I have one more piece of paper to give you, alright? Just wouldn't print out this one. You're getting the window tint ticket for this window. You're getting the window tint ticket for that window. You're getting the window tint ticket for the back window. You're getting the window tint ticket for that window over there. You're getting the window tint ticket for that window over there. You're getting a ticket for altered exhaust, modified exhaust. Give me 1 second.
That is absolute ridiculous roadside piracy retaliation right there. He's getting a ticket for each one of his windows. Have you ever heard of that? Usually you just get a window tint ticket, not a window tint ticket for each and every one of the windows. And the only reason he did that is because they refused to comply with his authority.
50 state legal car exhaust.
So there is no statute. It's called case law. It's when stuff goes before the Supreme Court and case law is set. It's precedent. It's precedent. Okay? So there's nothing that you're going to read that says that.
Like I said, even if that were the case, that the Supreme Court said you could do this, it's up to the law enforcer whether he's going to do it or not. See, it doesn't even enter as evil into the world unless a law enforcer sees the words on the page and goes, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and commit that evil in the world. These laws and these case laws would have no teeth if the fangs weren't placed on the tiger by the law enforcement officials.
She's going to jail for is resisting without violence because she failed to produce a driver's license or identification. Or obstruction. I'm not too. They fall underneath the same statute or in the same category. What she's being charged with is that. What case law means is the interpretation of what they're supposed to do.
She got arrested because she was sitting passenger seat and she didn't give them her ID, so they just arrested her for not giving them her ID as she didn't commit a crime and was just sitting passenger. So. Fucking Martin County.
And here's your last citation for not showing me proof of insurance. You have any questions for me?
I have proof of insurance.
Alright, you didn't show it to me. I asked you for your license, registration,
I handed it to you and you walked
handed me
away.
2 registrations and a license. You didn't.
This is criminal behavior, and I know we know that they all commit these crimes, but these are overt crimes being committed against these kids who have done nothing wrong. This is criminal activity, active police criminal activity.
Hand me your insurance.
Well, it's on my phone.
All right, great. Show it to the courthouse. All right, you have 30 days to take care of the tickets. You need me to explain you how to take care of the tickets?
No, I'm good.
Yep, don't open the door on me. Thank you. You need me to explain you how to take care of your tickets?
No.
All right, have a great night. I don't care how you feel about me. Once you go inside of here, we're two separate entities. You treat them with respect. You do whatever they tell you to do. Your process goes a lot smoother in here. All right? You're going to have to ID yourself, or they're not going to process you. You'll be sitting in here until you give the name. Do you understand that? Do you have any questions on that? Are you going to tell me who you are now? Or
I'll tell them.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
This is courage. This is integrity. I'll try to reach out to Long Island Audit and see if you got a follow-up and an update on this. They should drop all the charges, and there should be a 42-1983 filed against every single one of these deputies from the Martin County, Florida Sheriff's Office. Leave your thoughts about this. This is so freaking egregious. It's outrageous that any human being would do this to another human being. Like this video, share this video, and I'll see you in the next one.